The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundedouttogether.org. That's soundedouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show we recommend.
Do you like being educated on things that entertain but don't matter? Well, then you need to be listening to the podcast with Knox and Jamie. Every Wednesday, we put together an episode dedicated to delightful idiocy to give your brain a break from all the serious and important stuff.
Whether we're deep diving a classic movie, dissecting the true meanings behind the newest slang, or dunking on our own listeners for their bad takes or cringy stories, we always approach our topics with humor and just a little bit of side-eye, and we end every episode with recommendations on all the best new movies, books, TV shows, or music.
To find out more, just search up the podcast with Knox and Jamie wherever you listen to podcasts and prepare to make Wednesday your new favorite day of the week.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Do you know learning styles can hinder, hurt, or make progression on your understanding, on the way you learn? It took me some time to reflect on why I wasn't grasped in subjects. Like, I'm currently studying coding, getting more and more in the tech space, studying coding, getting into coding, and eventually I will start dabbling around with vibe coding, which is using natural language versus the coding language, computer language. But I want to know both, and effectively. So starting from the basis all the way to coding. And I listen to a lot of my information, whether that's partners or even clients working on different projects with video production and marketing. But with podcasts and lectures to add to that, because I'm driving most of the time and having phone conversations, that auditory is my biggest thing. But knowing me and doing some reflections, like, wow, in school, I was more of a visual learning and kinesthetic. Like, I was so hands-on, and I have to see it. I have to see it. Show me the graph. Show me this. Show me that. I was visual. Like, for us men, even seeing a beautiful woman is visual. We see them first, and then for me, it's the more so doing and being together, hands-on experience. And my lady could definitely say that. As I'm a filler, and my love language is physical touch, which kind of plays along with the learning style. If I was a mechanic, I would have to do it. I would have to feel the tools, play with the tools, know the size, lugs, and all of this and that. And then visual, also just seeing it in repetitions of seeing it and seeing how things are placed and should be placed and all aligned. I mean, the alignment is right, because you don't want an unbalanced car or things out of place or loose. So things have to be aligned. But I would say that was my learning style, a kinesthetic visual learner. I had to do, I had to see, I had to touch. And those my biggest things. And as I kind of shift towards my learning ability and even the opportunity to, since, like I said, I'm more of an auditory, and I think that's a balance, like a split third place, just like kinesthetic and visual, reading and writing. And then that's tied with auditory. But like I said, I'm always driving or on the go or editing photos or doing this and that. So in the background, I'm listening to different podcasts and lectures and audiobooks. And that's like my third learning style as far as being effective in me learning and understanding, which I said can hinder, hurt, or make beautiful progression. It could be all be beautiful. But you never know, and sometimes it's situational. Sometimes I do need to read and write, take notes, because I am a note taker, so in different settings, and different things work.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundedouttogether.org. That's soundedouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Do you keep hearing podcast ads, like this one, for example, but always wonder how you actually get involved with them for your own brand or organization? Well, it's easier than you think. We're Acast, and we give you the platform to do it all yourself. Browse thousands of popular podcasts, choose the shows that match your perfect audience, set your budget, and launch. And if you want a hand, our podcast specialists are there to help you launch with confidence. This is podcast advertising without barriers. Get started at acast.com/advertise.
But yeah, being that balance between the kinesthetic and visual learner, I know I want to shift a lot of things in my business and how I retain the knowledge, which simply about doing. And most visual learners have that good retention. So, but I read this article by Bay Atlantic University, translating abstract ideas into visual metaphors. Visual learners improve memory recall, enjoy increased focus, and can independently grasp, organize, and analyze information, making learning more efficient and enjoyable. And that's what I love, the beauty, the thrill, me just being curious. Once I'm curious, I will lock in and try to understand it the best way that I can. Go all in, like I'm slowly getting into coding, like I mentioned. So if anyone wants to help or have a coding course, something more shorter where I could just digest it, mainly on the go. But if you want to do a one-on-one, like I said, I'm more hands-on, and we can go through some examples and some build-outs because I have a lot of great ideas, especially in this entrepreneur space for my creative entrepreneurs, my business owners. I have a lot of great ideas, and I know I'm only one person, and we have 24 hours a day, and a third of that we must get some sleep to functionally operate. Or at least you should be getting that much of sleep. If you listen to my previous episode, 33 minutes of sleep, working while I'm tired, building while I'm tired. Yeah, it gets real sometimes, but that's not all days, and I always shoot for that 6 to 8 hours of sleep. If I can get to that divine 9 sometime, whew, you love it when I'm around. I would love to. I would surely love to, but right now, sometimes it is 33 minutes out of the 24 hours in a day. Something like once or twice a year. I try not to. At least minimum 3.5, where I could just be almost fully functional just because I'm used to it. But once I get that 7-8 hours of rest, of sleep, I am golden and I'm ready to perform at a high level. And for my clients, that's what I am learning. That's why I'm not taking on a lot of projects, a lot of coaching clients, saying yes to everything, because I want to get more rest and perform at a higher level than what most people even see me. Be more creative and be more ambitious and focused. I want to give it more of my all, not just 80, 85%. I want to give 101 at least. And with rest and knowing your learning style and communication style, it helps. It helps tremendously. And it was just something I was thinking about and reflect upon. Like, dang, I remember in school we had these learning styles. Why am I not applying that to my adult life, to my business, how I'm learning about different businesses and different industries and coding? So, something to think about for yourself. Take that time, maybe in silence and meditation, paper, a pen, journal, however you do it, whatever your learning style is, whatever your love language is, whatever your communication style is, which is all important. It is all important. And once you love, going back to love language, once you love what you're doing, love what you're learning, you're going to be almost obsessed with it. And sometimes it gets to that point where you be up 24, 25, 26, 27 hours in a day and counting, which I've done. I've been up 32 hours straight one time, just fascinated, curious. And now I'm doing research on historical entrepreneurs, and I'm gonna have a series coming out, so stay tuned for that. That's gonna be amazing. Something new, switch it up some time or two. But yeah, I just want to take the time and reflect on learning style and my learning style and how you can and I can apply it to our business, our businesses. But this is a wrap. Another episode in the books. Again, this is about learning styles. It can help you or it can hinder you, hurt you, or it can make beautiful progression and help you beautifully, handsomely, amazingly. And this is Photographer Jackson, Steve Jackson of Alien Eyez Photos Media. And this is another episode of Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk. Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk. And follow me at Alien Eyez Photos on all media. That's Alien Eyez with a Z, Photos with an S. And then check out my website to book me or for more information. Even the podcast is on the website too. AlienEyezPhotos.com. That's AlienEyezPhotos.com. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Alien Eyez Photos Industry Talk with Photographer Jackson. And I am out. Peace.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundidouttogether.org. That's soundidouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Hey, it's your ceiling vent, so I'm dripping. Could be the rain, could be the upstairs bathroom. Yikes. You could hire the guy your neighbor recommended, but I'm pretty sure that's just his cousin. Do we know if he's licensed, or does he just own a ladder?
Listen to your home. Go with Thumbtack. Upload a photo or voice note and we'll diagnose your project and match you with the right pro for the job. Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Pacifico, the crisp Mexican lager that wasn't brewed to blend in. We were made for the moments when you live like you mean it. When you don't just hear the music, you feel it. When you let the bonfire burn into the night and find places you'd never spot on a map. So when the moment calls, choose to reach for the bright yellow can. Choose yellow. Choose Pacifico. 21 plus. Discover responsibly. Pacifico Clara Beer. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.